Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Nickatina show. So, I was just on Mad Max Mandalorian. He's a great guy, and I came on kind of late because I got off work late, because that's the time I normally get off work. But I have some of the guys, such as Zod Rider
Hello.
and Matt Carbo. What's going on, you guys?
Yo, what's up, man?
So, let me ask you: have you guys heard about what happened with Jody's Corner?
Oh, yeah.
No,
Oh man,
not at all. I've been under a rock all day, under a boulder, if you will, and dealing with other things like reality and delivering people's food.
I've been in VR all day, so I had no idea what happened.
You've been in VR? I wish I had VR. That'd be awesome. You know, I lived in Sacramento for a while, and they had this place where you can go to, and you pay money. You know, I forgot how much time you get per hour or how much it costs. But anyway, you go in there, they have these little booths, and you put on this VR headset, and you can play all these kind of like VR games and experiences. It was really cool. And there was one where like these zombies are coming after you, and you have to like shoot them. And
oh yeah, VR is fantastic.
VR is some shit. It's really, really cool. So. And going back to this horrible Jody topic,
it's a scam.
It's a scam. You know what? And we said it earlier, and I'm gonna say it right now. The whole thing about him saying, "Oh, we had a good run," that was the clear sign that it's bullshit. And I'm sorry. I think you guys said it too. I know Joseph said it earlier. It's bullshit.
Come on, don't bullshit me. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Because that's what it is. It's fucking bullshit.
I should have caught on to that. I didn't. That was my stupidity.
That was the first thing I thought about when it got posted. I was like, this is a bunch of bullshit. He's going to come back tomorrow. What he's going to do is he's just going to use all the comments, everything that we're talking about, and use that to play the victim game, saying, look, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here, but look at what everyone said about me.
He should go. He should take a break.
He should.
He is jeopardizing his connections if he has some. He is. Like I honestly think Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot don't want anything to do with him if they find out all this baloney. If that's my position. Really,
if they pay attention to what he's actually doing, what it comes down to is the reality of it all is they're not going to want to be associated with that, at least not publicly. Now, again, there's a difference between, like what we were talking about on Max's stream prior, there's a difference between a public persona and a private persona. And the idea is that, you could have Patty Jenkins privately praising Jody for what he's doing, but publicly she'll never back up something like that because that assaults another. Well, yeah,
he's so immature. I don't see any lady getting behind him or anywhere near him. That corner.
It's like tell Lightcast, I understand how you feel because I feel like I'm in a parallel universe. Like I was just in one place and all these same people were over there, and now I come over here and I'm seeing
and they're talking about the same thing.
Like what just happened?
It's the
like
same
what
shit.
the heck? Where am I?
And it's so late at night too. It's hilarious.
All day he's been talking about this because I was watching it earlier on Poindexter Lounge or what is it? Pondexter.
Point Dexter.
Point Dexter.
Point Dexter.
Point.
Or the Poindexters. I had somebody make a comment to me. They're like, you don't even know how to spell because you don't use punctuation for Poindexter's Lounge. And I'm like, because that's not the name of the channel. It's Poindexter Lounge. Like I would use punctuation if I needed to, but I don't.
It happens though. I mean, people fuck up my name all the time, and it happens. I mean, what are you gonna do, right?
I mean,
what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Andre?
Andre. And for you, if you don't know, my first name is Andre.
Oh, okay.
So that's
nice to meet you, Andre.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
My name is Brian. Hey, there's Brian. I just
Brian. We're all back.
Hey, Brian, what's going on, man?
Hey, how did I beat you here? I left before you did.
Welcome to the party, pal.
He's got drops. Yes.
I have a lot of those. So,
nice.
but here's the thing, though, is that, like I was saying earlier, there comes a point where you just enough is enough. I mean, it's basically he's feeding into a highly immature crowd. I mean, to say things like that and to say the things that he does, it's just ridiculous. And for him to get that many subs and that many clicks, I mean, look, do we all want clicks and views? Of course we do. But I'm not going to go out and
that's
start.
what I do everything for.
Yeah. It's like Enosh was saying. I don't just do this because I don't want anyone to watch it. I mean, I do it. The main reason why I do it is because I think it's fun. Yeah. And I like interacting with all you guys, but do I want clicks and views? Of course I do, but I'm not gonna, go out and start making all kinds of crazy comments about
it. If there wasn't anything there, we wouldn't comment on it though. Like if there's, I'm not gonna just bring his name in if I didn't feel strongly about it.
And Matt, I love being the reason why you are procrastinating on finishing the report. Because I don't know how many times I've done the same thing, or I go on my computer, I start watching streams, or I start playing PlayStation, and I'm like, damn it!
I want to share something. Yes. Here,
balls, like K.
Here, this is why he's doing it. This is why he's doing it. He needs it. He needs it big time. Look, I'm sharing this with you. Go look at his views before the slander me. His views were like he was barely getting 2K, and for 50K. Channel.
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't.
It's all a conspiracy.
Well,
Ray Fisher is in on it, and it's just a.
Hold on.
He's gone. He's gone.
Let me actually explain this from a YouTube perspective.
To the bottom with you.
So let me explain this from a YouTube.
That's going to take us to YouTube school.
I'm gonna I have to. I can't help myself. I'm sorry.
But look, I mean, look at the views. You can see
the views are low.
The massive jump. He went from from a number of streams to when he had what does it say, slandered, with Ray Fisher. All of a sudden it jumps up, and
True.
he knows what he's doing.
You also gotta look at it from look at the times of the videos too. Right? This is what you have to pay attention to. None of that other crap matters. Look at the times. So you've got an hour and 4 minutes, 7:57, 7:35. Those are clips out of his live show. Okay.
Right, yeah.
So he does the long form show and then he clips it out. And the truth of the matter is YouTube hates it when you do that. So if you're going to do it, stream on another channel and then clip out. So this is what I do, Enosh, is when I do a Hollywood After Dark stream, I do a simul stream between my main channel and then I do the Hollywood After Dark channel. And I will just delete or private the stream on 3 Buck Theater and then unlist or public the one on Hollywood After Dark. So the reason why you do that is because, or just unlist it, don't make it private, unlist it, because then you keep the watch time and the view count you got, because the way YouTube tabulates that is they look at watch time and engagement, and if you private a video or delete a video, it actually acts as a negative and it's a deficit to your channel. And because watch time is the one metric they all live by, it can actually hurt you after a while, and that's what's happening here. Yeah, I mean, look, this is what I learned. I've spent years learning this, so I'd rather you guys be informed.
Why would you delete it anyways? I mean, wouldn't you just take it, leave it up, and then long form, and then
that's right, Nickatina. I see that.
And also,
I mean, really, yeah.
I'm just telling you. I'm not saying. I agree with you. He's got a disengaged audience outside of a couple key things, but it's also the way he plays it is. This is also a factor.
I mean, who is his target market? What would you say?
His target market, his target market is people of color, predominantly black men, and younger black men, probably the 18 to 35 demographic, that live in urban areas and that are into nerdy stuff, but also appreciate black culture. And let's be fair here. Let's look at the stream. Outside of, I believe, Nickatina, I believe the rest of us here are pretty white. I know my DNA is 100% European.
Why would you assume that? Why would you assume that?
Why would you assume that? I'm American.
Yeah, fuck yeah. But
pretty damn white though.
I mean, we're all pretty light complected.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Especially Brian. Look at him.
Oh, I mean, seriously.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, I mean, Zod Rider's head is
totally washes him out.
He looks like a Lex Luthor wannabe. I'm just saying, it's
Oh wow! Thanks.
Hey, Zod Rider looks like a meaner
That's true. Yeah, he would. He looks like he would curb stomp a kitten, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I want to say.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Kittens are beautiful. And curb stomping is not allowed.
I have to get ready for the Jody quitting YouTube, and I got to get some rest. I got to work.
All right, Max. Go to sleep.
Thanks, Nickatina, for having me on. I'm gonna be back. And my tooth is hurting. Oh God!
All right, go to bed. Go to bed, Matt. Max.
All right, go. All right, bye.
Go to bed, Matt, as well. Work on your paper, Lightcast.
I know.
Light K.
Hit me up, Lightcast. Hit me up, man. Let's talk.
But it's what was I saying?
You're talking about curb stop, but you were talking about how to do that. I mean, like, wouldn't you just leave the long form video up and then like just download it and part it out?
Well, I mean, you could do that. Yeah, I mean,
that's what John Campea does.
Well, John Campea. Okay, but you have to look at it like this. John Campea's watch time is insane.
Yeah,
it's insane.
it is.
So he'll do a 2-hour live stream in the morning, and he'll pull in anywhere between 2,000 to 3,500 people, depending on the topics. Right?
Yeah.
So, he clips them out, has them ready to go by noon to noon 30, somewhere in there, drops the 5 videos all at once. Those will have a bit of a slow pickup to get into the algorithm, but because he's such a large channel and there's a lot of people, he's been growing even with that tactic. He's been growing exponentially. And so he then gets those notifications from people who watch the Daily Show. Maybe they missed a segment or they whatever. And then he does a later on stream where he does like an open mic, or he'll do the companion stream. Yeah. And so but the content he puts out, he does it in a way that has, for some reason, because he has the most boring milquetoast takes I have heard in movie YouTube.
Yeah,
it gets a lot of attention. And so because he has the watch time, he gets the views. That is where it's at. And he's consistent as hell. I would love to be able to be that consistent. I'm just not able to right now.
Yeah.
But in that regard, he's consistent, and he's Monday to Friday. He does it at the exact same time. Mm-hmm. I think now he's doing it 10 a.m. instead of 9 a.m., whatever. And, but right around the same time, and people know to go look for John Campea, because just like a TV show, they are in the habitual nature of it. And that's why when it comes to your YouTube content, streaming at the same time, uploading videos at the same time is paramount, because you develop that relationship with your audience.
It makes a huge difference. I mean, I was doing my streams every Sunday night. I would do one. And then my work decided to mess that all up. And so then it started to vary on days. I noticed that the amount of views would change based on, what day I was doing it on. And when I was consistently doing it on Sundays, it was a much better view count. Every Sunday, by Monday morning, I could see which episode, had done better. But no, I mean, he doesn't.
Everybody listening to this is like, you couldn't do this like in a meeting, like you're telling. It's like we're having like a
tutorial
business meeting, like a tutorial, like, hey, come learn about YouTube from Matt Jarbo.
It's actually something I would have liked to have done a couple of years ago. I was actually writing a book.
We should actually have this. I'm saying,
no, you're kind of like an old hand,
Yeah, no, I like this. I'm just making fun of you, but no, I like. I don't know. I'm just saying this would be cool to have like this meeting. Well, don't. I wasn't going to. No, but I think we could have this meeting, like, and talk about this and learn from the master that is Matt Jarbo, and.
I charge money. I need money. So if you take away from my Ubering time, I'm going to charge.
Matt, you can keep on with your tutorial, and I can just add a little bit of funny to keep the average person involved.
Ow! Enosh has got the hot band.
That's insane.
He's got the.
Oh my God! Is that a fleshlight?
No. It's
honestly, I really thought behind Enosh there was a giant bong, but it's just like it looks like a pod container. But I thought it was like a giant yellow bong back there. I was like, all right, party on,
lightsaber. That's an original lightsaber, man. There's a blow-up lightsaber.
We'll turn it into a bong.
You can't. It's a blow-up thing. Hold on a second.
Anything can be a bong.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna go get it.
I'll show it to you.
This is partially true.
Well, I mean, that's better than my guess.
He thought it was something that big would have to be a penis pump. But I did make the joke the first time I saw Enosh, and I had said, "This guy doesn't fuck." And then he's all like, "I take the," and he's like, because he has all those toys. And then he's all like, "I disagree." And then we talked, and I'm all like, "I take that back. This man fucks."
Yeah, it's like one of those blow up ones.
What?
Oh, okay, there it is.
It's a balloon.
Positioned is what it
I
is.
know. He knows what he's doing. He's doing it on purpose.
See now we know that Enosh here is going to be the next Darth Maul dick suck. On
Oh,
man.
man.
Sorry, I should ask
Poor Ray
Nickatina. I can
Park.
say what I want here, right? This is cool.
Yeah,
like we're in a safe place. Okay.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I'm not going to like drop the N word or nothing.
Well, no, I hope
like,
not.
I've made that mistake
If you got
before.
the N word, I'm going to drop you from the show.
No.
My last episode, I got real stupid and I started playing like full on segments or scenes from BVS, and then it got taken down or got blocked by YouTube.
Warner's is terrible at that. Oh my god, they're so
It's
bad
terrible.
at that
It's
content.
I hate Warner Brothers doing that crap.
It's one of the reasons why,
Why even do it? Why even do it? I mean, I know that. Like, look, if I'm monetizing my episode, I can understand. Like, hey, that's copyright infringement, but I'm not. I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. I can't.
Oh, I got you,
shit.
Brian. I got you, Brian.
But yeah, I can't monetize shit. So it's like, who gives a fuck? But whatever.
Okay.
For a second, I thought he was gonna drop his pants, like for
I
real.
just hit 55 subscribers today.
I got you.
Congrats, Brian. 55 subscribers. That's a good hearty number.
That's
Because
good.
like he paused when he turned around. I was like, what is he doing?
But no, but 55 is good. The thing is that if you're able to go every day for that matter, but like Jobber was saying, if you go at the same time on the same day and they know when to see you, your subscriber count will go way up because they know when to see you.
Yeah.
If they don't know when you're going to go on, like in the case with me right now, although now I'm getting my Sundays back, so I'll be going on again Sunday night.
Brian?
What in the world is that?
Pick a
Those are
lightsaber.
all Force Effects lightsabers, man.
Which one you want
shit.
first? Which one you want first? Name a character.
Give me the Kylo, man.
Kylo. Okay.
I want that one so bad.
Give
Holy
me Kylo
shit.
Ren.
That's right.
Is that the
Yeah.
Yes.
Engage.
Oh hell yes.
the batteries are dead?
No, I want it.
Badass.
Oh heck yeah, dude.
You know what's funny?
Now turn off the lights so that it'll look like a real lightsaber.
Oh, now we got Enosh playing with his toys. We're gonna be here all night.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
down.
that's awesome.
I just
Hey.
got home. I want to see all of Enosh's toys. There's so many of them.
It's
Oh my god.
Show
Turn
and
off,
tell.
turn off the other light.
Show
Turn off
and
your
tell on
computer. Oh, no, wait.
YouTube. Turn your
Because
computer off too.
You've got, other lights are on, so we can't see. We can't. It just looks like a dimly lit pink saber. You
Yeah,
know,
it's a pink saber.
Right. It looks like
That is
something
so
out of
cool,
like a
man.
bad
Like-
anime.
yeah. There we go. I'm seeing some glow.
yes.
Seeing a little red now, but it's still got that neon pinkish.
There we go.
Oh, wow, there we
There
go.
it
Now
is.
we're getting
Oh,
close.
now we're
Alright.
now
We're
kicking
getting
ass.
closer. We're getting closer to red.
Oh baby. Yeah, that's it right there.
Oh,
Wow.
I like
That's the
God
good
damn it. That looks
I'm
so
telling you.
amazing.
Yeah. Oh dude. And I like how the lights ascend on them and then they come down. Yeah, that's awesome.
That is nice.
You know, say what you will about the sequel trilogy. Kylo Ren was badass.
Dude, totally. I mean, I love Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren was robbed.
Yes.
He was definitely robbed. And the thing is, too, is that
Now I can hear you.
I don't even know where to start with that shit. The Last Jedi fucking ruined him, in my opinion, and it ruined a lot of things.
Oh, it made him great. I love it. Who else do you want? Who you want next?
Let's go with Luke Skywalker.
Which one?
Old green.
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Luke Skywalker. I got you covered.
Old green.
Old green.
Old greenie here.
I should get my lightsaber. Although it's in my house, and my wife's in there, and if I wake her up, she's gonna get pissed.
just to get out your lightsaber.
No, I had to just get my lightsaber.
You'll be doing streams from your tent permanently if you
She'll
I know,
just be
right?
like, "Honey, what are you doing? I'm getting my lightsaber out.
Getting my lightsaber.
I'm not in the mood. Go to bed. No, I'm in my real lightsaber. Oh,
Look
you're
at that. Look at
Yeah.
that shit.
Yep.
Look
I
at
made
that.
mine at
Solid green.
at Galaxy's Edge. You know the.
how was
I've got one of those too. I got
See,
two of those.
I didn't
Tiffany
have the
and
money when I went to Galaxy's Edge. I wish I did. I didn't have the $200. Like,
Isn't that an awesome experience, Nickatina?
Oh, it's so amazing. Like,
you
dude,
guys
and
suck.
then I did it
I know,
with
I'm
my
never
son.
tried the money.
My
Documented
old-
the whole thing. I put
Yeah.
it all on my YouTube channel. I put like the whole experience, like the ceremony and everything. It's awesome.
Oh, I mean, it's such an incredible experience. It's so much fun. And then the question became, which color do you want? And I was gonna do blue, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with green because Yoda was green.
Me too.
Luke Skywalker had green. I was like, I'm gonna go with fucking green. Why not?
But you know what? I ended up buying every crystal, so now I got white, yellow, red, blue, green.
Do they have purple too? With like
Yes, and purple.
Sam
Tiffany,
Jackson?
when
they have
Tiffany
purple.
made hers, Tiffany
Nice.
made purple. Tiffany made purple. I made green, but then we bought white and yellow. Which
What
yellow
does
is
white look like? Oh, I mean, I guess it looks like white.
Yeah, go grab it, but yeah, I don't have. So
What does white look like?
I
This
know, so I
stream?
was like, forget it. Yeah.
This-
look
Right?
at, just look at the people in like on this cast, and you'll see what white
I was
looks
gonna
like.
say I could take my shirt off.
And there it is. The old battle axe.
Oh hell yeah, Ben! No. Oh.
Hell no.
But I mean, the thing is too is that they, in my opinion, at least in the Force Awakens, they at least set up some good things in the Force Awakens, some good like kind of mysterious parts of the story that I wanted to learn about and figure out, how it came to be. The problem is that in The Last Jedi, they just like destroyed all of that. And I felt like they were trying to make it more of a standalone movie, or that could be seen as a standalone, even though it wasn't. It just like the whole Battlestar Galactica feel, where they're being chased. Enosh, what are you doing?
It's a snakehead.
Oh my god!
What do you want next? What character?
I want more hand puppets.
No, do you have the Ray blade?
Well, I mean, it's just Luke's. It's the same thing.
That's the same thing.
So
Yeah.
It's the blue one, yeah. Anakin's.
Yeah, it should be Luke's. Don't say it's Ray's. It's Luke's.
Well, actually, it's Anakin's. Okay.
Why did you say that name?
I said it was Luke's. All right.
he lost it fair and square, man.
He paid for it with an arm
he
and a
lost
leg.
it fair and square. I mean, he lost his hand in the process. Wow, this is quite. Hold on a minute. Hold
I want
on.
a blue saber so bad now. Yep. That's
Look
next.
at that shit. Look
That's
at that
next.
shit.
Oh man.
Fucking incredible.
That blue saber is nasty.
R2,
Yeah.
watch out! Watch out, R2! He's getting close.
You should have it to where it shoots out from his head, like on Jedi.
Do it in the same time. Like close them and turn them on at the same time.
Okay.
This is how much.
Oh, this is fun.
This is fun. Oh yeah.
Oh, you
Watch-
boys
here-
and your
Here it
toys.
goes. Here it goes. Here it
Oh.
goes. Everybody, shut up. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Dude.
If somebody jumps on right now,
Yeah, they're like, what the hell is going on here?
what the fuck are we looking at? Oh look.
Oh, fuck
See,
yeah.
that's what's been lacking, is that someone needs to have 3 lightsabers. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that because what's his face?
General
Had, like-
Grievous had
General
4 of
Grievous
them.
had, he had 4 of them. And then
It
he
didn't
goes,
last very long, though. against
no, it didn't
Obi-Wan.
last very long. That was the worst part. I was like, fuck, he's already losing lightsabers. He just got started.
All right, who do you want next?
Let's go with shit. You know what? Let's go with Mace Windu. Do you have that one?
Oh, heck yeah.
Wow.
What's up, Johnny Jalapeno? Sickness up in
Oh,
the
with
house.
the purple.
Yeah, there's a rave going on over there.
I'm colorblind. Oh, it sucks.
Oh, balls. Oh, yeah.
No, Sickness, you're right. This is fun. I'm having a blast right now.
You have like Count Dooku, man? Like with the curved
So
hilt?
the Count Dooku comes out next week,
Oh,
and it's on pre-order. And then I also have the Darth Revan coming in September.
oh, nice. I'd like to get the Maul one though, the double bladed.
So I'll just go through this. So here's Obi-Wan from episode 1, which is actually one of my favorites.
Wow. Look at that.
This feels the best in your hand. I'll just say that. This there's something about it. It's because it's got this little.
That's what
right
she
here.
said. That's what she said.
It's got the little ball there at the end, and it makes it really nice to be able to like come over the top and, look
at that. That's some skill right there, over the top.
So, and it's really
Geeks Comics and Entertainment wants you to do some lightsaber tricks. Do you know any lightsaber tricks? Look at that shit right there. There you go. He comes through. Enosh comes through for all of us.
Awesome.
Oh, he just hit something.
My room's too small and end up hitting shit.
I feel like he's gonna hit something any minute now with all the toys everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the toys.
The hanging falcon from the ceiling.
Yeah. Well, he has a huge Millennium Falcon like to his left, right, Enosh?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Now, is that the one where you can open up and play inside of it as well?
Yes. Yes, it is.
How did you get that?
I got that at Comic-Con last year. At the Motor City Comic-Con.
Yeah, I'm going to invite Grace Randolph. I'm going to do it right now. And she'll come on here and watch us play lightsabers. If I had my lightsaber out here right now, I would do the same thing. Then we'd have dual lightsaber screens. That would be some shit.
Here's Darth Vader.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
Here's what's cool. So check this out. Listen to this.
Yeah,
they all have a distinctive sound to them.
Yeah, and if you hit them together, they'll make the clashing.
You know what's funny is that I actually have the ones from when the prequel trilogy came out, and they're the ones that fold in, and they look so terrible compared to these ones. Look at that shit. That's like a cover of a movie right there.
Yep.
All Enosh figures are on the floor right now. He just lying down. He's like, crap, I gotta go, you guys.
That's that. I also have.
Oh my god, they're just
being noisy.
Welcome to the club, guys.
This is Obi-Wan's episode 3.
Nice.
Wow.
It's very much like Luke's.
Yeah.
You see where did I go? Here.
It looks just like it. Maybe that was the inspiration. Oh yeah, it is different.
I mean, it's a little different, but it's very similar.
Yeah, very similar. Well, there was a big thing about that, about what happened to Obi-Wan's lightsaber. And, I think it was in the comics. They may have covered that, or one of the novels that Vader kept it. If I'm not, I could be wrong.
I mean, look at those colors. It's very similar. It's very similar.
Those look pretty cool. So real quick, I just took a quick listen to the Jody stream that we were all talking about earlier at 0.75 speed. And you can clearly hear him say "gay Fisher" the second time, but Andy cut that out of his defense.
Oh,
wait! So you have it like queued up right now? Share it with us. All
right, let me.
I mean, I love watching lightsabers, especially with Enosh, but this is fucking intense shit.
All right, let me. It's you gotta. Everyone's gonna have to like seriously shut the fuck up. But it's you hear the G. He says it, but like.
Oh, look at that!
So I might have to hold on.
It's a fucking light show right now. That's badass.
4th of July came late.
Oh my god!
I look like a fucking DJ back here.
With his headphones on.
I remember describing techno to my mom one time.
Make some noise.
Yeah,
okay.
Get high.
Here we go. Okay, Enosh, everybody shut the fuck up. Here we go, okay? Here we go.
Okay, so this is queued up. So just, you have to, I'm going to, hopefully the volume is up all the way.
Yeah, make sure it's loud.
So, yeah, this is, all right, so here, let's see if this should work.
Ogre or foul or nothing like that, bro. We were just keeping it a buck, man. And for him to block your other account, bro, Gay Fisher.
Wait for it.
Gay Fisher.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He says it. He says it. You hear the G. He says it. But then if I can find, Andy has me blocked on Twitter. So give me a second to log into my alt account.
The first one, he definitely said yay.
First one says yay, and that's what I said yesterday criticizing it. The first one said yay. So let me log into my alt
But
account.
but I bet you he said yay the first time because he was trying to play it off because he knew he was going to say gay. He was like, yay, Fisher, gay Fisher. You know what I mean?
He just said it fast the first time.
Yeah.
Well, no, he says it. He definitely says it. Okay. Let's see here.
In some scenes in Return of the Jedi, Mark Hamill was using the Obi-Wan saber from A New Hope. No way.
Look at my little Yoda one.
What?
Okay.
You have a little. Oh, it is little.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's
Nice.
badass.
Look at my little Yoda. And now we know how he met his wife.
Holy.
All right, don't go full screen just yet. Let me do something real quick. But I'll
Let me
tell
know when
you
you're ready.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready. In the meantime,
The
Enoch is
lightsaber
entertaining
intermission.
the shit out of us right now.
The lightsaber intermission.
I wish I had music to play right now. You know, that's what StreamYard needs is overlays of music.
It does,
So-
yeah. That's what Lightcast does. He'll sit there and play like Spotify or something just so he knows he gets copyright claimed. Okay, so this is up. Bring it up the screen again.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so this is Andy's defense. This is what Andy clipped out. And I want you guys to take a listen to see if you notice something remarkably different from it.
Foul or nothing like that, bro. We were just keeping it a buck, man. You know, and for him to block your other account, bro. Yay, Fisher. Vulgar or foul or nothing like that, bro. We were just
What's missing? What's missing from that defense?
Oh, the second.
The second one.
He
The
took
second
it out.
one.
That
He
fucking
clipped
fucker,
it
dude.
early in
that
order because he
fucking
knew.
snake. He knew he said it. He knew he said it. So he went back there and took it out because he was like, "Oh shit."
Yep.
I mean, look, I'd probably done the same thing. I'd have been like, "Oh crap, I don't want to get hit with that shit." So at least,
Especially in 2020, man. What the hell?
but that's my point. It's like there's no place for that in public these days, which is fine by me. There's no place for that in the workplace.
Exactly.
Why should there be a place for that here on fucking YouTube where everybody's watching? You know what I mean? Like, there's no place for that anywhere.
Nope.
And to think that you can go out there and say the things that he's saying and get away with it with no repercussion is ridiculous. And even if he's trolling, which he probably is, eventually this behavior is going to catch up to you.
Yep.
And when it does, it's going to bite you in the ass so hard. And the thing is that it doesn't have to be that way. Like, you don't have to channel your character, to those type of language. God damn it! Holy shit!
Look at all those damn
Look at that crap. If that was real, your hands would be fucking melted by now.
Right?
I don't think you'd be able to hold them that way.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, dude, that's amazing.
How do you have that many? How many is that? Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? That's like 10 or 12.
Ultra Saber?
I've got one more. So I've got my Build-A-Saber, but that's in the living room along with Tiffany's. That could be any color. But then I have the Darth Maul double-bladed saber, but it's up on the wall and it's really hard to get to right now.
No, that's a display piece
All right.
for sure.
Let me show you. I don't.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, I'm
Hey!
gonna go off camera here in a second, but I just want to show. This is the only lightsaber I have. It's
That's
very
Yoda.
sexy. This is the one you get from Disneyland.
That's Yoda.
That is Yoda. Yes, thank you. That's very,
Oh, it's the
very,
one that
very astute.
extends.
It is the one that extends.
Extender.
But the reason why this one is important to me
What, you take extends?
is I want you guys to look at this right there.
What's that?
That sticker.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
this came from Comic-Con 2015 when I was in Hall H for the Force Awakens panel.
I don't have a sticker.
And after it was over, they took 6,000 people across the street and they performed a Star Wars symphony just for
and
us.
They kicked the shit
Oh, that's
out of
awesome,
us.
dude.
And they gave everyone
What
these
are you doing wasting
lightsabers.
your lives?
So I have to. Oh, it still works. I haven't changed the batteries in 5 years. But yeah,
Doesn't look as impressive
No,
as
that's
Enoch's.
super
it's
cool.
not as impressive as Enosh's 100%, but this one is very
I
significant.
hear that
to
a
me.
lot.
Well, no, there's a lot of sentimental value to that, man.
Turn
No,
it-
there
there you
is.
go.
There totally is.
Oh man, I've always wanted to go to one of those bigger cons. I went to a Star Trek convention in San Francisco.
I mean, Matt, look at
it
this.
was
Look at,
lame
look
as
at this shit.
I'm
Yeah.
struggling over here.
No, I get it. I get it. You're
I'm in
trying
the
to hold all
dark.
your sabers. I get it,
In the
man.
dark, I got.
But I'll
lightsabers
tell you this. See, you can hold all the sabers in the world, but I was there with Mark and Harrison and Carrie all on stage together.
Yeah, see,
So
hey, that trumps it right there. Sorry, bud. Turbo for the win.
And that was the one thing that never happened in the sequel trilogy. The three of them were never on screen together, which is the biggest crime. And that bothered me to no end, that the three of them never were united again in the sequel trilogy. How could you not? And the fact that, at least in my opinion, they made them all failures. I would have thought going into episode 7 that Leia would be the one who is like, what do you want to call it? The chancellor of the New Republic, right? That Han would be a general and Luke would have an academy where he's like this, Jedi master. Instead, they were like the opposite of all of those. And so to me, if you would have gone the other route, then you wouldn't have to spend any time, describing or going into their story about, how they became, how Luke went into hiding and then he left a map. And when they found him, he didn't want to be found. Yeah, I came here to die. It's kind of like, well, what the fuck is this? The Last Jedi, I can't stand that movie.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, well, The Last Jedi really, really fucked everything up.
No, I made it good.
Who's he talking to? Is he talking to us?
Yep.
Okay.
Look, I unabashedly love The Last Jedi. And here's why. Because it's real. It's real. It's not.
No, you know what? No, don't give me that shit. Why? Because they say.
Wait a second. I'll put up my lightsabers. Hold on a second.
But no,
come on, guys. I'm going to tell you about how The Last Jedi is a good movie. Let me just put away all my lightsabers, okay?
He's like, I already know what he's going to say, because in life things don't always work out. I bet you that's what you're going to say, right, Enosh? In life, things don't always work out, and so these plans that they put together, or in the movie, they didn't work out. But that's a bunch of bullshit, because I don't want to watch and dedicate my time to watching a story where they're trying to find the code breaker. That was the stupidest line in the stupidest story arc, or what do you want to call it, side story, and it just wasted time. It wasted so much time, and it was pointless. Just to prove what? That there's rich people that benefit off both, off the war, and they do both the Empire and I guess New Republic ships. I can give a shit.
As far as that movie goes,
I agree with you about some things. The Canto Bite thing I can do without, because I think that it's filler. They could have done some things with it that would have made it better. But so here's what I love about The Last Jedi. Okay. So up to this point, because I love the original trilogy, obviously, I grew up with that. That was my jam. But here's the thing. When the sequels came, or when the prequels came out, we got 3 movies in a row that there were no surprises. I was not surprised by anything.
Yeah,
we all knew going into that Anakin's going to survive, Obi-Wan's going to survive, Padme's probably going to die. We're going to get Luke and Leia. We're going to see how things happen and unfolded. And we all knew that somehow it involved lava. It involved a volcano or something like that. So, okay, it involves a volcano planet. The Emperor's going to come to power. Okay, when we first, they tried to act like we weren't going to know that was Palpatine, even in episode 1, right? There's but they still gave us little nods here and there. Okay. So the prequels, while I appreciate the prequels, I don't want to sound like I'm a prequel hater, because I'm not.
Read that comment. Read that comment.
Last Jedi, I liked till the 3rd act.
The 3rd act was garbage. I sound like Jody now. It was garbage.
Okay. Hold on. Because I like to have this conversation. Actually, I really love having this conversation, because I think it's a good conversation to have, because I understand why people don't like The Last Jedi. Okay, so let me just start with that. I understand it, but here's the thing. So those 3 movies, there was no essence of I'm getting something I didn't know before. It was like I'm just watching it. I'm not really experiencing it or being drawn into the story and feel like anything could happen, because I used to joke with people that I thought one of the best things that could have happened would have been for Lucas to throw us a curveball. And just like we got this big reveal in Empire, that in Attack of the Clones, at the end of Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan died. And we were all like, wait a second. How did Obi-Wan die? We know that Obi-Wan's alive, right? and then like at least there'd be something like a cliffhanger or something like that, and maybe find out a crazy thing that like the Obi-Wan that we see in episode 4 is really a clone. Or maybe vice versa. Maybe there was a clone of Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan had been taken by Count Dooku, you know, and so like this whole time there was this clone that was trying to infiltrate and you know get to Anakin or something, just something.
It sounds like Terminator Salvation.
Yeah, but something, right? Just something different. You know what I mean? Something that wasn't just like, okay, this happens, this happens, this happens, this happens, this happens.
Yeah, like a slow march to the inevitable.
Yeah, wait 3
it really
3 years
was
till the next movie.
Yeah, but Last Jedi reinvented the wheel, and we don't want them to do that.
Hold on, because I don't think it did. Just give me a second. Because
so you like it too, Joseph? Yeah. You like it too?
No, I absolutely hate it.
Yeah, well, see, so here's the thing. Episode 7 was a reintroduction, and I understand why it had to be, but it was very familiar. Right, it had the same pacing as A New Hope. We got 3 characters with a female and 2 guys. We got, we got a female, Force user, so that's like okay, but still, yet it's very, very similar. You got somebody who lived on a desert planet. They go off on an adventure. Yeah. Right. There's all that. Right.
Right.
So, and we all figured Han Solo was going to die. Right.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I knew he was going to die because it was spoiled for me that day.
Well, yeah. I just knew that Han Solo was going to die because Harrison Ford for years had been vying for Han Solo to die. He wanted Han Solo to die back in the day during Empire. He didn't want him to come back after Empire.
Yeah,
he wanted him to die in Empire.
He wanted him to die, and
even in Return of the Jedi, he wanted to die.
Yeah, he was told no because of toys, because Lucas couldn't sell dead Han toys. Okay,
yeah.
so
I would have bought the dead Han toy.
All that happened. Me too. I would have bought that. I mean, I got a frozen Han and carbonite right there. Okay, so, but then you get to Last Jedi.
Wait, you do? Oh, go ahead.
Here's the thing. Then you get to Last Jedi. You've been set up with all the same tropes. There's a big bad guy who uses the Force. There's an apprentice who's related to the Skywalkers. It's blah 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 blah. The Last Jedi, for the first time in 5 movies, was something that was familiar, because there's some of those things, like when people complain about, well, why did Luke go into hiding? Why would he do that after he failed? Because his masters did the exact same thing.
Yeah,
when Yoda failed, he went into hiding on Dagobah. When Obi-Wan failed, he went into hiding on Tatooine.
Yeah, but they went into hiding because people were out there hunting them down to kill them.
Hold on. But Luke in The Empire Strikes Back, he's very rash. Everybody forgets this about Luke. Luke is not this deep thinker. Okay?
No.
Luke is always making rash decisions, running off somewhere and doing something. Obi-Wan and Yoda even tell him, look, don't go to Bespin to save your friends, and he goes, well, will they die? And they go, we don't know. But if you go, you'll risk everything that they're fighting for. And Luke is he's very about himself, because he feels like he has to take everything on because he's this powerful Jedi. And so he's going to run off and save them anyways. And what happens? He ends up almost getting killed.
Right.
Okay? I mean, really, Vader could have just like killed him at any moment, right?
I mean, he was fighting him one-handed the entire time. I mean, it was just
so Luke fails in the cave. Luke goes into the cave. Yoda tells him,
remember your failure at the cave.
Don't take your weapon. What's Luke do? I'm going to take my freaking weapon anyways, right? Because he rebels against everything. So here's the thing. Luke, he starts at Jedi Academy. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's got Jedi. He's got a nephew that he's training. He's super excited about this. But then, after all that this guy's been through, saving the universe, helping defeat the Emperor. Well, let's just put it this way. He didn't defeat the Emperor, okay? He didn't defeat the Emperor. Vader defeated the Emperor. And the thing is Luke got his butt handed to him, being electrocuted. It should have been killed. The only reason Luke beat Vader was because he gave into the dark side. He tapped into his anger, and he used the dark side as a weapon against Vader and came back from the brink, because that's what Luke does. Luke toys with the dark side so many times, but he comes back at the last minute because he thinks about it, and he brings himself back, because he cuts off Vader's hand, and he looks at his own hand and he realizes, this is what I'm going to become. right? If you read, if you even read the comics that came out after that were considered canon at the time, like Dark Empire, Luke literally goes when the Emperor is cloned and comes back. Luke goes and becomes the Emperor's servant. He takes Vader's place because he wants to learn about the dark side. He literally does that in that book, right? Yeah. And so Luke has always been that way. When Luke sees the evil in Kylo, and that the galaxy could literally fall for the first time in a long time, it freaks Luke out because he's fought so hard and he's done so much and he's seen so much death and destruction. And here they have the New Republic. They fought so hard for this. He's got to protect it. And so for a second, just for that second, he thinks about taking it into his own hands. And he thinks, if I can just take this out, everybody won't die. He sees this possible future, right? But what does Yoda say? The future is always cloudy. You can't pinpoint those things, and you don't know exactly what's going to happen. And so in that moment, yes, Luke ignites his lightsaber. He holds it over his head, but then he realizes and he stops himself, just like Luke does, because he's Luke Skywalker. That's what he does. But it was too late because his indecision, his bad move there, instead of trying to reach out and do something more like a Jedi Master would do, he does a Luke Skywalker thing. So he's really more Luke Skywalker there than he's ever been. And Ben sees him and it's done because that completes it. Ben thinks he's going to kill me. I can't trust him. All the trust goes out the window. Ben ignites his lightsaber. It all goes to hell, right? Everything ends. Then Luke realizes, dang, I screwed up. I really screwed up. And if I keep doing this, I'm going to keep screwing up. And he feels like he has to go away, just like Yoda did, just like his master Ben did, because that's what Jedi Masters do. When they screw up, they can't handle that weight. And Luke feels like if he keeps on, he's going to be more of a detriment to everybody because everybody expects him to be this thing. Everybody expects him to be Luke Skywalker, but really he's that farm boy still. You know, and he's the epitome.
He's whining about picking up power converter.
Exactly. And he's the epitome of who we really are. He's the epitome of who we really are. That
I agree.
We have all of these,
these
things that
Luke was a bitch till Jedi. I'm just saying that, okay?
Yeah.
The thing is that that aspect of the story, this whole thing with Luke and with Ben Solo, that part of it I was fine with. But a lot of the other parts of the movie I just didn't care for. I felt like Disney, you know, like the Porgs. I mean, come on, it was getting stupid after.
But that's the thing.
There's always that stuff in Star Wars. There's Ewoks.
Yeah, there is. And you're right.
Hold on. Ewoks served a purpose, though.
Yeah.
Porgs are just, they were on an island with puffins, and they needed to come up with something in order to not have to digitally remove every single one.
It turned Chewie into a vegan.
But hold on a second. How does that? Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I'll give you that, right? Even if you don't like the Porgs, that's fine. But the Porgs are not a major thing that should make you say, I hate The Last Jedi. Okay.
No,
because they're literally a comic relief thing that's in there for a second.
I thought
they're just what they are.
Exactly. But
I'll give you the casino thing.
That was the worst part.
Lando should have been in the casino. Lando should have been the informant that they went to and found. Okay. That's what I feel. Lando should have been that. They should have done those things different. But all the little gripes that people have with The Last Jedi are nitpicks because all the characters do what the characters do. Okay, the thing about people complain about Poe and they're like, Poe should have been more involved. The Admiral should have done that. Really? Because you know what? I've got a friend, and I don't know if any of you guys are military, but I've got a friend who went to see that movie with me. And I asked him, I said, you were in the Marines. If you had a guy who literally took matters into his own hand during battle, got most of your fleet killed, okay, and then came back, got demoted and slapped by your general, and told, you know, you just killed everybody. You risked everything because of your own smart. He should be in the brig is where he should be for mutiny. He should for going against orders. That's where Poe should be. And I like Poe, but that's what he did. And the Admiral now, the Vice Admiral, you can not like her because she has purple hair. You can try to put on her that she's an SJW, but the reality is that's a Vice Admiral. And the Vice Admiral says, I have a plan. Poe is in no position to come out demanding what that plan is. Poe just got demoted and slapped by the general. Poe needs to sit down and shut up and just play his role. And I guarantee you, if it was General Akbar on that bridge that told Poe, get this guy off my bridge, everyone would have clapped and said, yes.
It's a trap.
Yeah, but because it's Laura Dern, people don't like it.
It should have been Admiral Akbar.
And I'll give you that. Maybe it should have been. But the reality is it really doesn't matter because she was the vice admiral. She had that authority, and people can say, well, she still should have done it. Why? That doesn't make any sense why you would do that to somebody who just did what Poe did. It makes no sense. Poe is literally going above and beyond everybody else and just trying to do his own thing. So there's that. And then they try to get away, and look, I don't think Laura Dern should have died. I think they should have put a droid on there and shot that thing through, the thing. But you have all that, and then it comes down to Luke projects himself across the galaxy, which
that was cool. That was cool. That was amazing. That was amazing.
Yes.
Now, I think visually, a lot of those shots and all those scenes were beautiful.
When he does that thing, dude, I lost it.
I laughed my ass off.
That power is also in the book Dark Empire. Because Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie, they all come on the Falcon to come rescue Luke because they think that the Emperor has kidnapped him. And they rescue Luke from the Sith planet that the Emperor was cloned on and is living on. Sound familiar? They rescue him, take him away, get him on the Falcon. Luke waits until they're like far away in hyperspace. And then Luke tells them all, hey guys, thank you for coming to get me, but don't come back. And they're like, what are you talking about? He's like, don't come back to get me. I have to do this. And they're like, what are you talking about? You're right here. And then he disappears because he was never there. He used force projection to be on the Falcon, just like he does in The Last Jedi.
But you said now it's not canon.
Yeah, I will give you this. I too believe that it would have been nice to see Luke, Han, and Leia all on screen together. And that was a missed opportunity. But the thing about The Last Jedi for me is it was the first time that I felt anything could happen in a Star Wars movie now. Because when Snoke dies, it throws out the old trope that there's always a big bad guy who's going to be lording all over everything and doing and at the end is going to be maniacal and all this stuff, right?
They should have rolled with that in the next one, and they didn't do that. They went back to Palpatine, which was just like a waste.
Well, because they didn't set him up. Okay, I would have been fine with Palpatine.
Yeah,
because The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker. The Rise of Skywalker, I have a lot of problems with because I felt like The Last Jedi opened it up where anything could happen. This could be amazing. And then the problem was because of the backlash because it wasn't what people expected, and people didn't like that. And I tell you this is what I always just tell people: if you have the Blu-ray to the movie to The Last Jedi. There is a second disc where the documentary on it, it's a full-length documentary. It's like 2.5 hours called it's like the Jedi and the director, or the director and the Jedi. And it meticulously goes through from the moment, almost like from the moment that he finds out that Rian Johnson finds out that he's doing the movie till the time that the movie comes out and it's out and everything like that. And it goes through the whole thing. And what I found fascinating by it is that all these other people who make Star Wars movies, they're always like, well, I thought that Luke Skywalker could be doing this, or I thought Han would be here doing this at this time or whatever. And it's all based on the same thing. The stories, because all these guys who do this stuff now, they played with Star Wars toys, right? They all had their own little ideas of what that, but it all kind of
head canon.
It all falls within
the
same trope. It's all
I like head canon.
Yeah, I love it too. It's great. Like we make our own stories up. I'm in a room full of Star Wars toys, right? So I get it. But the thing is that Ryan, when he talks on that thing, when they show him the Yoda puppet, he's like, it kind of goes to a shot of him and he says, you know what? He says, so in this movie, Yoda says this or that. He says, and it's because Yoda says this or that or does this or that in Empire Strikes Back. And there's a connection with it. And then he says, and Luke does this in Empire. And so therefore Luke does this in The Last Jedi. He's not going, well, this is what I thought should happen. He's literally referencing the old material. So when people say Rian Johnson doesn't know Star Wars, watch that. Because
I wouldn't say he doesn't know Star Wars, but
that's their argument. There's a Rian Johnson doing Star Wars because he doesn't know Star Wars, just because he didn't do the same trope that every Star Wars movie does. It didn't go in the same direction. It literally unfolded everything. All of a sudden, Kylo is put in charge. The young, reckless guy. It's like if Anakin would have usurped the Emperor in Episode 2, and Anakin became the Emperor. Like, how much different would things be, right? So it's a different telling. Like, I thought it was that part was great of it. We're left with the fact that anybody can be a Jedi, right? Anybody can be those things. You don't have to be of a certain bloodline. And that people make fun of the little kid at the end with the broom and stuff. Like, that's a cool moment because they're telling this story of the legendary Luke Skywalker, who sacrificed himself, by the way, for what? He sacrificed himself so that the rebels could get away on the Falcon. Does that sound familiar? A Jedi master.
The resistance.
Well, but that was the birth. That was the birth of the new rebellion.
Right. Exactly.
And the thing is, what else? What does that sound like? In A New Hope, there's a Jedi master who literally sacrifices himself so that our heroes can get away on the Falcon. And you know what else I loved? People make fun of the way Luke Skywalker died. Oh, he strained himself so bad that he
I cried.
Died, right? Here's the thing. Luke Skywalker in that movie, he doesn't go out like a punk. Nobody kills Luke Skywalker.
No, he does the most important, most powerful thing any Force user ever done, and then he dies.
Nobody else can do, right? Because even Kylo says when he makes the connection with Rey, he says, "Wait a second, you can't be doing this. It would kill you." Right?
Yeah.
And Luke.
Oh no. I mean, he projected himself light years away from where he was at. Exactly. I mean, I agree. That part, that whole thing that he did was incredible. I remember when I saw it, I was like, wow, it sucked that he died, but it made sense that would kill him. But I wish that he would have lived on at least for the next one.
I wish, but see, this is what I try to remind people though.
Desires
and wishing is not what we want to happen as fans. We think that that's what we want. Right?
Expectation over reality.
We think that we want our heroes to do what we expect them to do because that satisfies something in us, right? Because that's what we've always gotten. But here's the thing. Stories don't move forward if we get the same thing over and over and over again. I like to be told the story so that I can ingest it and think, what does this mean going forward? If I can predict where everything's going, and that's things everybody had predictions. They all knew where it was. They were certain that they knew what was going to happen because Snoke was going to last till the end, right? And Snoke was going to turn out to be something, and Rey was going to turn out to be somebody, and they just knew that this stuff was going to happen. And Ryan goes, look, just for a second, unlearn what you've learned. Look at this in a different way. Open yourself up to a possible new thing. That this story, everybody wanted this to be when it was announced that Han, Luke, and Leia were going to be in the sequels. Everybody, including myself, were like, "Oh my God, we're getting Han, Luke, and Leia!" Yes, finally. Because look, I read Heir to the Empire and the Thrawn trilogy, and I loved it, and I loved those stories, man. And I was so excited that we were going to get to see our heroes again. But we're seeing our heroes as old people who are battle worn, who have gone through life, and life changes you. I'm 43 years old. I look back when I was 21, 22, 23. I had a whole different look at life. I've been through a lot of crap since then, and I'm a different person. I know we all are. And the thing is, our heroes are going to be different at 60 and 65 years old than they were when we last saw them. And so, yeah, they're going to go through things. Han was freaking a drug runner, man. Han was racing. Han was doing all kinds of stuff. So when the battles were over, Han got lost in the shuffle because he didn't have anything to do. He was bored. He literally needed something to do. And Leia was so engrossed in her job of being this leader that everybody was looking up to lead the new Republic. Yeah, but that takes a stress on you. You can't just have a happy ever after for everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that all happens. But then at the end, like I said, Luke doesn't go out like a punk. He sacrifices himself. He becomes one with the Force. And there's a hope that I felt like the whole thing could have ended right there with just the fact that there is hope to move on. Rey has the books. Luke is going to come back at some point. Everything else to me, like that story is so great because it's strong. It's a strong story. There's always nitpicks. Look, I don't like the fact that it had big gorilla walkers that looked like the walkers from Empire. right?
Yeah, it's kind of like
I don't like that.
They were like reliving that same battle. So it's kind of
exactly.
But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it still looked very cool.
But it looked awesome. But the thing is,
that's amazing.
Like story wise, I felt like it set it up that we could have gone somewhere really cool with it, even though because this story was never supposed to be about Luke, Han, and Leia doing those things. What happened? What would have happened if George Lucas would have made episode 1 first? And we all grew up, instead of growing up with Luke, Han, and Leia, we grew up with Obi-Wan and Padme and Anakin, right? And then episode 4 comes and we're like, yes, we're going to get to see Obi-Wan again, man. Remember Obi-Wan? He was awesome, dude. He took Anakin down. He had the high ground, for God's sake. He was awesome. He was flipping around. Jedi were jumping tall buildings. They were doing crazy stuff. And then all of a sudden we see this old hermit who is literally this old dude who can barely get around. And we're like, wait a second. That's not our hero, because the second trilogy is not about Obi-Wan. It's not about his heroics. It's about him. It's about him sacrificing his
passing the torch to the next
generation. The only reason we feel the way that we do is because we're so strongly connected. And I am just as strongly connected to the original trilogy as anybody else. Luke Skywalker was my freaking hero growing up. But I looked at Luke as like, yeah, you know what? I can see that that's what Luke Skywalker would be. But he becomes, by the end of that, he's the most awesome Luke Skywalker that he could possibly be, because he does something that no one else could do. And he becomes a legend. And it even shows the kids playing with their little Star Wars toys, even talking about Luke Skywalker, the legend. And then that kid walks out and that kid knows that there's something different about him because he has that same force, but his friends don't know it. But he knows that he has something. Just that moment when he grabs the broom and he uses the force like that, and he looks up into the sky. Yeah, it's a little on the nose, right? Because he's looking up into the night sky and there's a shooting star or whatever, And so I get that. But man, it's just like a new hope, because it's saying there's hope for the galaxy, even though they're in a dark place and everybody died, and they're like everybody who's in the Resistance could fit on the Falcon. There's still a hope.
Like every transport got pulverized. Like,
yeah, man, for sure.
Oh my God!
So that's it. So the problem is, and
then Holdo waited so long. It's like, dude, if you're gonna do it, just do it now, because they're all getting annihilated.
Well, and here's the thing:
he's like, I'm gonna wait for the 5th one to blow up, and then I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
And people had such a problem with like Holdo flying, at light speed through that. They're like, well, you could just do that anytime. No, you wouldn't do that at every time.
I mean,
there are kamikaze pilots. Like, that's real life, guys. There's kamikaze.
Right? No, I get the argument.
You don't do that with everybody. you don't send every ship in and say fly it into the other ship. You know what I mean? That's not battle. That's not war. That's not smart. I've got a friend who literally hates The Last Jedi because there's bombers in it. That's how picky people are about The Last Jedi.
I mean,
bombers suck. That's stupid. They're in space. And I'm like, dude, do you like the original trilogy? Yeah. I'm like, what's your favorite movie? Empire Strikes Back. Do you like the scene where they're looking for the Millennium Falcon in the asteroid field and the bombers are driving by, dropping bombs to try to out them?
Mm-hmm. The TIE bombers.
Oh, there's TIE bombers. And do you know what a B-wing is? I got a B-wing sitting right over here. A B-wing is a bomber. Because I actually found the visual dictionary. I found the visual dictionary. Everyone wants to see it.
I want to see your B-wing.
Where is it? There it is.
Fuck yeah! Wow, look at that shit. That's so badass. I feel like your house is like a. My God!
Oh, there's a TIE bomber right there.
There it is,
cool.
the TIE bomber. It's gonna bomb you, Enosh. Watch out! He's gonna bomb you.
Yeah, the TIE bomber is like.
There's another one. Oh, your camera zooms in, man. Where have I been? This is so incredible.
So yeah, so so it's it.
Yeah, there it is, the B-wing. There it is.
Yeah. So so there's bombers, and the thing is, I actually found the visual dictionary for The Last Jedi, and it talks about the bombers, and it says, like it actually says they're on a propulsion system, right? So the bombs don't just fall like in space, because that doesn't make any sense.
They're magnetic.
They're magnetic, and they get propelled to where they need to go.
Yeah.
And so there's all those things. Look, I get it. Rose Tico, I didn't care for her character, but you know what?
I don't know why they had to go find the code breaker. She should have just been the code breaker. Like, hey, you know what? I can do it.
Actually, I have a better pitch for that. Okay.
What's that?
So here's what you do: you get rid of Canto Bite because it's cancer. It's literally the cancer that kills that movie. It just takes
it really did.
Look, that whole thing is like, but every Star Wars movie has a section in it where it's like, what is going on here? Like,
name me another Star Wars movie where they literally save like horse dogs and leave slave children. They don't. They don't. They don't. I mean, there are side stories. I mean, we dealt with that romance in Attack of the Clones, which is still more palatable than Canto Bite. I mean,
40-minute pod racing.
Whoa. Pod racing shit's cool. You fucking hold your tongue, Brian.
Shit. Pod racing was badass.
What about C3? What about digital C3PO going through the droid factory, saying all kinds of crazy puns, losing his head, getting put on another droid?
That was like 5 minutes. That was like 5 minutes max. We're talking like and that was in part of them being stuck on Geonosis. Yeah. While they're trying, so it played in. Yes, it was Kitty, obviously, but it played into the larger narrative.
And there was a massive battle happening around him.
So Canto Bite.
It happened right there at Geonosis.
Canto Bite was bad. However, here's how you fix that whole scene, and it's very easy to do. They could just edit around what they had. Mm-hmm. So, what happened when we first met Rose Tico in that movie? What was she doing?
She was crying.
She was crying, but guarding the escape pods. So there you go. There's your in. What happens right before they go to Canto Bite? They're discussing their plan down in the same place she was guarding the escape pods. She'd already mentioned that she had caught people trying to escape. So again, there's your lead in. They're talking about what the Dreadnought has in order to be able to track them through hyperspace. Okay. So DJ is one of the rebel defectors. She caught him. She caught him trying to escape. He wasn't anticipating Rose being down there. He does that little con job of like, hey, I can get you over there. I can help this thing out and then let me on my way. And they go, you know what? I don't trust you, but I have no choice in this fact. So let's go. And we do it right there. You have the exact same plot point. You have the exact same trajectory, and you cut out 25 minutes of useless, pointless, cancerous shit. That scene is so bad. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Every time I get so worked up over Canto Bite. It's so bad.
I get it. But here's the thing, Matt, is that I can handle that. I can handle people saying, I don't like this part of the movie or this whole section of the movie even, right? I get all that. But when you look at The Last Jedi compared to everything else, and you see the absolute crazy response that has come about because of The Last Jedi, where people literally acted like little children, that they stomp their feet and they go, I don't like any of this. And they start literally picking most of
them had that attitude before they even saw the movie.
They were mad because look, I went in thinking, dude, he's going to be Darth Plagueis, right? That would be awesome, man. If they did a callback like that and brought Darth Plagueis back, that would be fantastic.
We all thought that.
Yeah, that's what they should have done with the Rise of Skywalker. But I understand the Palpatine angle, and I
actually wanted Snoke to still be alive somehow.
Yeah.
Right? Well, Snoke technically was alive.
I know, but to call him just a puppet of Palpatine. Well, I mean, that was stupid. He should have been his own entity or his own being, and he should have had his own background.
I don't think it's stupid. I don't think it's stupid if they explain something that shows how the biggest mistake. I went to go see The Rise of Skywalker. Look, if you watch all of my content up to The Rise of Skywalker, like, dude, I'm like hitting on Mike Zero. I do these parodies and stuff where I dress up like Mike Zero. I call myself Mark Uno, and I was like, listen, I literally made a song. Nickatina, I don't know if you saw this, but I got a song called Lies where I recorded a song all about Mike Zero, and I did this song called Lies, and I'm like in a Boba Fett helmet. I got green screen. I'm doing all this funny stuff. It's on iTunes. Like, I did this whole thing leading up to dude. I got the music videos on my channel. Look it up. So I had some fun with it, right? But here's the thing. I went into that movie and everything that I loved about the fact that the world was open now and anything could happen, because the fans reacted the way they did, everything got shut down. we couldn't have an open world where anything could happen because now everybody was pissed off that Rey could just be a nobody. Look, I wanted Rey to be somebody too, but now we gotta force her into some kind of relationship with everybody. No pun intended. I wanted Ben. Look, honestly, I didn't want Ben to turn. I wanted Ben to stay evil. I wanted him to be the tragedy of the Skywalker family. That, everybody else turned to the light side. Everybody else came to their senses, but not Ben Solo. He was stubborn to the end and died for it. But that wasn't going to happen. Okay. Then they got screwed because Carrie Fisher unfortunately passed away and she couldn't be an active part. So now they got to work around old footage.
That screwed everything up.
And so now you got to make things work, but the footage works. But then you end up with a scene that's a callback to episode 7 with Han, where really that should have been Luke Skywalker, because Luke Skywalker should have been messing with Kylo Ren the whole time, because we never got to see that. He told him, "I'll be seeing you." I was sitting there thinking to myself, my God, all of episode 9 is going to be him literally showing up and talking to Kylo Ren, because Kylo Ren was hearing voices. He was hearing Anakin. He was hearing all this different stuff. What if Luke Skywalker is literally showing up going, "Ben, you're screwing up, and Ben can't do a freaking thing about it because he's a Force ghost." That would have been freaking awesome. And honestly, when I first heard Han's voice, I thought it was Luke for a second. And then I turned around and I'm like, okay, what is this? And I get it. You couldn't film, Carrie Fisher coming back and doing that thing. So they put that in there. But everybody freaks. And look, I didn't even get mad at stuff like everybody freaks out about force healing. Force healing has been a thing for like 25 years. Okay. Force healing has been around forever. It's not a new thing. It's an old concept. So I'm not mad about that. It's just that I felt the story went back to the exact same thing. It's like, and here's the thing, Palpatine would have been fine if there was some build up to it. But you don't just start it off with, I mean, they literally showed Palpatine's thing in Fortnite. Right? My kids got to hear the thing because there was a Fortnite event, and that broadcast that is talked about in the crawl is not in the movie. That should have been something that like we see it come down off after the crawl, and it comes down on a planet, and there's people standing around, there's people walking around doing their thing, and then all of a sudden there's an emergency broadcast that goes across the universe, and it's Palpatine talking. Instead, we get it in the crawl because it was in Fortnite where Palpatine does this speech, and you hear it in Fortnite, and then all of a sudden they released, Star Wars skins. That's dumb. That's just stupid. Like that needs to be in the movie.
That was cross promotion.
I know it was cross promotion, Matt. But the thing is that I'm talking about story. No, I know. I'm just saying I know it's cross promotion, but that's not the way that you tell that story, and that's why it fell flat. But then there were people like the pool boy who complained over and over again, saying he got on this video and he's like, "There's no way that I'm going to believe that Palpatine was a clone. If you believe that, you're as stupid as Kathleen Kennedy and all of Lucasfilm." And it's like, really? Because he's like, they don't say it. It's in the book, but it doesn't matter. In the first 5 minutes of the movie, I had to come to grips with it because I was so mad about the movie when it came out, because I felt like towards the end, I'm a very nostalgic person, if you can't tell. And I love nostalgia.
No shit.
My house is filled with nostalgic things. But I felt like by the end of that movie, I was just getting hit left and right with nostalgia. It's like, hey, guess what? Now she's Red 5 because she's got that X-Wing you remember. And look, she put on the helmet and everything, right? So she looks just like Luke. Oh, and guess what? Here's Lando, and he's flying the Falcon just like you remember. And guess what? We're going to
look, we understand Force Awakens had its major issues, but I will say that in The Last Jedi, my favorite scene is actually the scene where it's a scene between Luke Skywalker and R2-D2 in the Millennium Falcon. That was to me. I mean, let's call it nostalgia, if you will.
I almost cried.
Exactly. That was the best scene in the entire movie that connected so hard. And
yes, I agree, man. That was because basically R2 is trying to bring him back because at that point you got to remember Luke Skywalker doesn't have anybody. He doesn't have anybody who he connects with, because everybody is gone for him and he feels he's going to screw things up again. And so R2 is amazing in that scene. Like R2 can't even talk, man, but yet R2 like pulls the whole thing is you basically need to come back and be Obi-Wan. That's what you need to do. That's your role now. You need to come back and do this.
And I didn't like how R2 took a backseat to BB-8.
Yeah, but you know what? But also, I agree. But again, it's a passing of the torch. You're talking about a droid that's like what 50 years old.
I know, but you can't have a passing a torch for every single character, and I felt like that's what they're trying to do too much.
I would say that Nickatina, if the sequel trilogy came out like very close in succession to the original trilogy,
but it didn't.
It came out 30 years later. So you have to set these people up that like everything's being replaced because everything is different. You know what I mean? Like everything is older. And so you got to set up that next generation. And it honestly, yeah, I agree. It creates a vacuum that you have to fill. But the thing is, I came out of The Rise of Skywalker actually really ticked off the first time. And my family actually felt really uncomfortable, they told me. And I didn't mean to make them feel that way, but they felt like they couldn't enjoy the movie because they all enjoyed the movie. But it was like, hey, Chewie, you get a medal. Remember that medal that you didn't get that everybody talks about? Now we're going to give you this medal out of nowhere for no reason whatsoever.
There was too much of that shit where you're just like, oh.
Well, okay, you know wait. Hold on. The medal thing, I mean, that's not insignificant. All right. Like, that's not insignificant at all. There was a
lot of nostalgia.
There was nostalgia 100%, but it's not.
It's
actually, I disagree. Now I can see why.
Not cool.
Like I can see why you would say it, and I do understand it. Mm-hmm. But the way I look at it's like this: Chewie and Leia had a very long friendship, and at the end, you know, like they gave that to Chewie as like, this is my final gift to you, sort of thing. And you know what, like, because he's always been there. And yeah, he never got it. And at the end, he gets it. And it was this moment of like passing the torch, maybe. You know, I don't know. I felt it was like I teared up at that. Like I did. I teared up at that scene. Because I saw it. I don't know if you guys know how I saw Rise of Skywalker. I went to LA I saw it early, a couple days early, because I got invited down by Disney. And so I flew down there. And I'm watching it with all these critics, you know, and it was like such a weird experience because a lot of them. Wait, what happened? I get booted out or what?
No. Okay, so look, we're 30 minutes past the hour. It's getting late as it is, so I am going to start wrapping things up. And I know if I don't cut off Matt, he's going to go on for like another 30 minutes.
That's not true. That's not well, probably.
He hasn't even finished his work yet. He's still.
You know it to be true.
No,
search your feelings.
I've given up on doing what I need to do. At this point, I'm just shit posting on Twitter. So
hey, because the thing is, like you're like a machine, Matt. You really are.
And I'll talk all night.
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton.
So
I love it.
John Roper just shouted you out, dude.
Hey, and again, I did not get a chance to do this earlier because I was at work. But I was watching Enosh and Ryan Zevervet.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys kept doing the Cash App.
Yes.
And so I just wanted to do it once because I was dying to do it. Here we go. Cash App, baby. Cash App.
Cash App. Oh, yeah. Cash App, baby.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money.
Dollar. Oh,
Shane O'Mac.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dollar bills.
Okay.
So in the chat.
Final prediction for tomorrow. Is Jody trolling all of us? Matt, what do you think?
Yes.
Enosh.
Absolutely.
Brian.
Yeah.
As for me, yeah. Fuck yeah. He's trolling all of us. It's a fucking hoax, and we're doing exactly what he wanted us to do.
He's going to come back harder than ever. You know,
harder than ever.
Look, I can't say this.
Full-on erection.
He can come back.
Oh, he's never seen his dick. Come on.
Especially these days. God.
Oh, susma.
But I will say this though, my stream was happening regardless of what he did because we were midstream. Exactly. And the thing is, if you watch our stream, that was an honest reaction to the idea that he would leave. And I hope that shows people something, because all these people came in there saying, oh, you just want to cancel him. You just want to get rid of him, blah, 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 blah. That has not been the point. It's never been the point.
That has never been the point.
If he comes back and he acts like an idiot tomorrow, which he'll probably do, it will prove our point that We didn't want that because the way we reacted, we felt bad about that because that's not what we wanted. We just simply want him to stop attacking people who just have a different point of view, and stop with don't act like you're above a certain action and that you didn't do something when you do it all the time, and your actions speak louder than your words when you try to backtrack. And apparently when you're in slow motion and you haven't edited everything.
Yeah, I just love the fact that Andy absolutely cut out what would incriminate him.
Andy is such a piece of garbage. He lied about me jumping in there saying that I admitted that I was just doing it for clout and just doing it to get a few views. So right now, my stream tonight did 1,400 views. You act like I didn't do I've never done 1,400 views before.
I wish I had 1,400 views.
Okay, but you know what? Here's the thing. If you've been there, you've been there. Matt, you've been there, right?
What?
You've been there. You've had 1,400 views on a video, right?
Yeah, I have a couple with over 1 million.
Thank you. Yes, I've got a video with 1 million. I've got a video with over 100,000, because you know what? You put out content and people see it slowly over time, whatever. My million one hit it in a week. Okay, so if they think that I did this because I want to hit 1,000 views, I got tons of videos that are 10,000, 35,000, 40,000 views, okay? Because I put out content and it's good and people like it. And eventually, if you put out good content, you'll get it too. But this idea that I did it because I wanted some more views, that's bullcrap.
It was not about that whatsoever. It was not about that.
I didn't admit to that. And for him to say that I admitted to that and all this other garbage it was lies.
Well,
and to hear him say that, to know that he did that, Matt, with this other deal, it shows that he is literally a piece of garbage. He's a piece of walking garbage. What the heck?
Yeah, Enosh, he is that same stream where Jody said gay fish. Andy was complaining about.
Nickatina's come on.
No, I know, but it's right. I mean, look, he's gonna do what he's gonna do. He's setting everybody up for this big fucking fuck you moment, and that's what it really is.
And really gonna do something if you say that word?
What?
Because I say that word all the time and I'm monetized. I said that word so many times literally in my stream and I'm still monetized.
What word?
The gay word.
We've been saying fuck all stream.
I know, Matt. I know. Max was really worried about that.
It's 1:30 in the morning, 4:30 Eastern. Yeah.
Nickatina like, he's like, I just want to go to bed. He's
I don't give a fuck at this point.
It's the after hours.
Anyway.
Well, I'm just wondering because Max, because I love Max, but Max was making such a big deal about it. But look,
Matt,
welcome to the party, pal.
We boldly said gay over and we said the word. We showed a picture of Kanye West kissing a fish, saying it. We did the whole thing, right? And that's the picture that Max wouldn't put up because I kept saying that it's just like that episode of South Park where he says that he's a gay fish.
I'm not gonna put that up,
right? So
I put it up. That video's monetized.
I put that sucker up, man. And you know what? They even did the thing where they had to check my video because Matt, I'm pissed off because every video that I put up, they put on there that they got to check it all of a sudden.
Well, they do that anyway. They do that anyway. I get it all the time.
Okay, well that's fine. They never used to do it before, and so now every video I have to put in there for them to manually check. And they manually checked my video tonight where I said everything. I put everything out there. I showed the picture of Kanye West. I did the whole thing, and guess what? It passed muster and it's monetized now. So. What are we scared of? I just don't want to be like that. You know what I mean? Just for God's sake. But yeah, I agree. I think he's trying to set everybody up and just come back you mother freakers thought I was gone. I ain't gone. I ain't going nowhere. F you mother freakers. And I'm the Snyder cult ain't keeping me down. Ain't stopping me. I'm going to come even harder. Here's my second shirt.
Something to stir up the box, man.
Oh, no, wait. I know what it is. I know what it is. Oh, guys, I figured it out.
What?
You remember a couple of weeks ago when Andy Signor released a video that said, should I leave YouTube? And you get into it, it's boom, guys, here's my second channel.
Yeah, that's it.
You broke my cover!
Enosh Thomas!
All right. That being said, I got to get going, guys.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good night.
This is going to do it. I'm actually going to end it right here because I have to go to bed too because I have to take my wife's car to the dealership to get an oil change because they don't take appointments. It's first come, first serve. So that's usually it's me and all the seniors who are fighting to get in there first. So I want to thank you guys so much for coming on the show tonight.
Hey, thanks, man.
Of course.
Just cough on
Oh
him.
yeah, it's been fun. Having
Just walking. Go.
Oh,
You're all
God,
gonna
my
die.
Chest
And
is
then
burning. Oh. So
I'm going to hell.
I am going to have more of these shows at this hour because for the longest time I was wondering how I'm going to do this, and then the other night when I was watching Enosh, she was going on like all night long, and I was like, holy shit, what the fuck am I been doing? So I am going to have more of these, and when I do, I'll let everybody know when that's going to happen. I'm still trying to work that out.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
But thank you so much for coming on. I had a really good time, a good discussion. I still think Last Jedi sucks, but I have a new appreciation for it based on what Enosh broke down. So I want to thank you for that.
That's
Brian,
all
thank you for adding whatever you added.
Yeah, color commentary, basically.
That's it. That's it.
He added some whiteness.
Whiteness. Yeah, he did.
Oh, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
In here.
Wait a minute.
All right, Nickatina, go to bed before Enosh starts talking again.
Wait a minute. Hold on. One more time. It's Cash App time. Cash App, baby.
Oh, Cash App.
There we go. Cash App, baby. Yeah.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money.
Dollar.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, wait, we're back. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
All right, you guys and everyone in the chat, thank you so much. Like and subscribe. You guys want to plug yourself real quick? Matt, you want to go first? Like everyone doesn't know who you are.
Matt, go plug yourself.
Well, not on camera. Jeez, okay.
No shit.
Worse on audio.
Anyway,
we just
you guys can find me over on 3 Buck Theater where I put out content that none of you will probably watch. So there we go.
And if you guys haven't yet, Milk Carton Mysteries is so good that Matt does.
You are blowing smoke up my butt.
I'm
Thank
not.
you.
I like it. And
It's actually growing pretty fast. Like I will admit that.
No, I'm a sucker for a good mystery, and as creepy as it sounds, sometimes I go to bed listening to it.
Dude, I
and
hear
then
that a lot.
Well, it's easy to do that because you listen to a story and then you fall asleep. So Matt Jarbo, sometimes, yes, you put me to sleep at night.
Thank you. I mean, well, I've actually been told that like multiple times over the years. People are like,
girlfriend.
Like, no, it's like, no, my current girlfriend, she's like, just shut up. I can't listen to you talk anymore.
Right.
But I've had people tell me, they're like this one friend of mine
laying in bed next to you at night, like, Matt, just please shut the fuck up. You're like, okay.
That's like you remember this movie back in 1975 that was directed by John Buscemi?
That's
actually not that far from reality in some
I went to
aspects.
Comic-Con back in the day. I actually printed out,
Matt's like,
laminated it.
I got stories. I got stories.
Like, 1982. This movie.
All right. So thank you very much for the plug. Fuck all of you.
Love you, Matt.
And Brian, your turn. Pimp away, sir. Pimp away.
My channel is called Brian Hill. If you can't tell behind me, I like Star Trek. That's basically what I talk about.
I love Star Trek. I love it.
So anytime you're interested, I'm down to talk Star Trek for days. I love it. But anyways, on to Mr. Enosh over here.
Hi, I'm Enosh.
Wait, I put it the wrong direction.
Wrong way. Film gob. Remember? I was like,
yeah.
Where am I? I don't know where I'm at. I'm Enosh.
It was the opposite of where you think it should be.
Exactly. It's just weird looking at yourself on the screen, though. But Poindexter Lounge, we do all kinds of fun stuff. We do live streams. We do reviews. We do live streams of TV shows. So we do watch parties. Every Tuesday night, we watch Stargirl, which is actually getting pretty good. As Mandalorian pops up, we live stream Mandalorian with everybody. We just have fun, man. We just have a good time. We do call-in shows, kind of like Matt does. Overnight, like you said. It's a place for nerds. That's what we say. And
that's all it is.
You can come and have your say. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. We do toy reviews sometimes. It's really a little bit of everything for everybody. So you can tell I'm not trying to hit like one market, and like make bank. I'm just trying to have fun and be nerdy and make a place that's comfortable for everyone.
Matt, do you see this post?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Traveler. If you just go to well, it's if you Jesus, Anchor.fm/milk carton mysteries.
It's also on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Shake that Enosh Butte.
Yeah. Although on YouTube, I don't actually watch you talk to me. I just like lay the phone down because I don't have YouTube Premium because it costs a lot of money. Although I had it free for 3 months and I loved it, but then after that I was like,
I've had it since 2017, like when the adpocalypse hit. But I'm grandfathered into the $10 a month, so like we have it on all of our TVs and my phone. So it's like we watch YouTube. We watch YouTube more than literally anything else. So it saves a lot of money on our time on ads, I guess. But that's how I get paid. So
phobic. That's like blasphemy. I mean, come on. You can't mix the two. It's like, was it water and wine? I'm fucking tired now.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. We're literally 10 seconds away.
Yep.
Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will probably do this tomorrow as well. I'm not sure. I don't know. When are you going to do yours again?
So usually I wouldn't stay up tonight because I got to be up like early in the morning on Thursdays. But I'll probably, if I'm awake, I'll do one probably tomorrow night.
Are you on the West Coast or the East Coast?
On the East Coast. I'm in Michigan.
Holy shit,
brother!
What time do you got to be at work?
I have to drop my dog off to be spayed at 8 a.m. and then I got to be to work at 8:30.
That's in like 4 hours.
Yeah, this is my life, man. This is my life. Because you know what? Since StreamYard has killed me, like it's just made it so difficult for me to do stuff, and that sucks. But it's great at the same time. But now I'm getting lazy because all the stuff that I used to have to record and actually edit, now I'm kind of like, I don't really want to do that. I just kind of want to go on StreamYard and talk to people now. Like, because
that's what it's all about.
Well,
I mean,
but see, the thing is, my channel is like people like really love the Mark Uno stuff, and but I have to write that, I have to film it, I have to edit it, I have to
all that
dress up like Mike Zero and actually come up with stupid dialogue and that's repetitive, and Chris Terrio and Kathleen Kennedy.
Well, that's like I did this video, like the top 15 things you need to know about the new Transformers show dropping tomorrow night, and like I spent like 4 or 5 hours working on that the other day. Like I didn't do anything else. I just worked on that. And then it's got like fewer views than me shitting on Jody for 5 minutes. And I'm like, great. Like work on content or shit on an idiot. And like, what's going to do better financially?
Okay.
The answer is nothing.
On that note, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.